Hello and welcome to Perfect Opacity. Today we continue with the part 2 of creating a KDP word search book. In this part 2 you're going to learn how to create a cover book for the manuscript that we created in part 1. Now when you're creating a book cover, you have 3 options. Option number 1 is for you to go online to websites like Fiverr, and you can hire a book cover creator. Of course you'll have to pay some money for that. Option number 2 is just to go online and use some online tools. Option number 3 is for you to go to platforms like Photoshop, and in addition to other tools, and create your own book cover. The beauty with this option number 3 is that you're able to customize your book cover according to your liking. In addition, you're able to tweak and make it, give it the feel and the look and feel that you so much desires. In addition, you can use other platforms like Canva, and all will work for you. Now in this tutorial you're going to learn how to create a book cover using Photoshop, and for us to be able to create that book cover using Photoshop, we're going to use a sizing tool, which is an online tool called bookwow.com, from bookwow.com. So what you do is that head over to Google and search bookwow.com. Once it opens, this is a tool that helps you to determine the dimensions of your book, because when you are creating a book cover, you have to put in mind there is a front page, the back page, and also the area covered by the width of the book. In addition, there's the bleed, or rather the area of the book that's normally trimmed when your book has been printed and is being distributed. So you need to get your sizing right. If you make a mistake in the sizing of your book, then it may not go well with you. So head over to BookWow, and all you need to do is to just select either of these options, whether it's a hardcover or a paperback. In our option it's a paperback. Remember our book dimensions was 8.5 inches by 11. Page count, it depends on the number of pages in your manuscript. Let's take for example 150 pages. Perfect. Paper type, you're going to go with white, and then optional ISBN. This one we may not really need to enter it, because once we upload our book on KDP, this one will be issued for free. Optional price barcode, this one you just leave it blank. Then you come down over here, and we want the template for our book, for our sizing, to be in PDF and a PNG. So once the sizing is done and the template has been created, it's going to be sent to your email. So make sure you're going to provide your email here, and then you're going to confirm it. And then once you're done, you're going to hit email cover template. So let's say xyz at gmail, for example. You just need to enter your email. So, and then you have to click here, consent to email. Check this to confirm you want us to send your email, and then email cover. So it seems there I made a mistake in entering the email. So perfect. It's going to give you this pop-up window where they may request you to make a donation to this website. Again, it's optional. You can make a donation of your preference from $2 to $100 or any other amount. In this case, will not be very generous, maybe next time. and then you continue, and then the template will be generated and sent directly to your email. So what you do is that log into your email address that you provided in bookworld.com, and then you're going to see these attachments. We have the PNG, that's an image template, and then you have a PDF, and then you have a short video about introduction to bookworld.com in case you want to learn more about them. So what you do is that make sure you download these two, the PNG one and the PDF. We're going to be using it in our design. So once you're done that, open Photoshop, and once you open Photoshop, go to File, New. Now once you're in this area where you need to define the size of your book cover, you need to use the image that we downloaded from our email, which we had generated from the bookworld.com. So here it is. Remember, it had it's a book cover template for 150 pages. It's a black and white. So you hover over here on the page layout size, which is equals to full bleed size. The full cover size including bleed is 1.7588 by 11.25 inches. The black dotted line, which is over here, so this is a black dotted line that we are talking about. That one is a trim edge, which is 17 point . So it's going to give you all the dimensions that you're going to require, and this is what you're going to use to define our dimensions in Photoshop. So you need to follow this strictly for your book to have no issues when you upload it on KDP. Now we're going to go over to Photoshop, and according to the dimensions we have, our width is 17.588 inches, and our height is 11.250. So 17.588, that's going to be the width, and the height is 11.25 inches. When you're entering the sizing in Photoshop, make sure you select the right unit. We have pixel, we have inches, we have centimeters, millimeters, points, so select inches in this case. Now the next part, which is very crucial, is on the resolution. Again, remember this book is going to be printed, and for you to have the best resolution, the standard resolution for printing is 300 pixels per inch. When it comes to the screens, electronic displays, we talk about pixels, but when it comes to printing, we talk about 300. The standard is 300 for you to get the best resolution. So make sure you put 300, then you say okay, and there you have your layout. Now step number 2, you're going to take the template we had downloaded from BookWow, and you're going to load it over on Photoshop. So you can see that I have superimposed on this background that we had created over here, and this is what is going to guide us. Now when you be designing your content for your book cover, make sure that the content that you write, any name or any design you're going to work on, should only appear in the white area. If it appears on this pink area, it could be trimmed or even cut out, and will be displayed, or rather in your book. So make sure that all that you create is within this white area. Now step number 3, after loading the template, I want to load our background. Now you can use any background that you want for your book cover, Now for me, my favorite is pexels.com. Just go to www.pexels.com and you can search for textured background or any other background that you want. So this is what I've used for this example. So just go to free download and you can select the size. You have the original, which is 300,000 by 4,000, or the way to small dimension. So for me, I've selected medium, and once you download it, you're going to load it on Photoshop, which is here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to drag it over onto our paperback template, and then I'm going to hit Ctrl T because I want to rotate it at 90 degrees. So I'll just hard code 90 degrees, and then I'm going to enlarge. I want this template to cover the entire book, so that's going to be the background. I'm going to hold Shift. I want this to cover the entire area, so that will be a background for the book. So now what I'll do is that I'm going to, under the layers here, I'm going to push the template on top of the background that we've created. So now on top of this template is where I'm going to create our design for the book cover. And then in case I want to check whether the content is within this white area, I'll just be using the opacity, and I can reduce it or even add it. That way I can check if all the content is within the area that we want it to be. And once I'll be done with my design, I'll just turn it off, and then I can save the template depending on the format that I want. Now, so what I'll do is that I'm going to put my opacity at around 33. That way I can see a bit of the background and I can see a bit of the template. So we're going to come to the text tool and then hit, and then we're going to create our text, word. I add another text, word search. So I'm going to move it over there, and search, I'm going to move over there. I come back over to word, Control T, then I want to enlarge it a bit. Again, remember, when people are buying your book on Amazon KDP, they need to know off at a glance what your book is all about. So make sure that some of this information is easily visible. So I'm going to write word search. And then I can add a title there, or rather I can call it themed, because I want my word search to have a certain theme. And just to make it stand out, I'll just come over to rectangle, and then I just create a rectangle. So this one I'm going to give it a double click. I'm going to give it red. So what I'll do is that themed, I'll adjust, make sure that the themed text is on top of it, is on top of the rectangle. Perfect. Again, when it comes now to design, it depends on your liking. You're free to be creative in whatever you want to design. I'm going to drop here a word search, a solution. This one you can get from the word search manuscript that you had created it from part 1. You can take any. Perfect, that way. And And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come to the shapes tool. I'm going to select rounded rectangle. I'm going to draw it. Want more or less to match this word search solution that we have. So I just double click on it, on the layer, and then I'm going to add a stroke, a white stroke around it. Perfect. That way. And then you press OK. I'll come over to fill. Then I'm going to reduce it to 0. I just want to see the outline, and it's going to give you that outlook. And then I'm going to come over to this word search solution. Hit Ctrl J to create a copy, and this copy I'm going to drag it on the back side of the book. Ctrl T, make it a little bit bigger, that way, like that. Still, you can use a different word search solution. So again, make sure that it does not go beyond this pink markings from our template, because we're using the template as a guide so that our book can be standardized. So that way. And then on this word search solution, I'm going to come over to the properties here, and I'm going to use divide. Perfect. Something else I need to add here, I'm going to come over to the shapes tool, ellipse tool. You take shift, then you draw a perfect circle again. It has to be within the white area, that way. So double click. I want to have it a color overlay of red. That's okay. And then I'm going to come to the text tool, and then I'm going to write a text 2000 plus then words. That way. Okay. And then you're going to come down here. You're going to write by perfect opacity. So I need to move these up a bit. So we can add some additional text. Dimmed word search for adults and seniors. Like that. So I can just highlight that and change the font. Let's see what would can use agency FB font, like that. And also for the search I can give it a an outline. So I'll come select the rounded rectangle tool, draw it over there, and then I'm going to give it a stroke like that. I can reduce the stroke to about 6. Perfect. Then I'll come over to fill and I'll reduce to 0. There. So this one needs to move towards the right, something like that. And then finally what I'll do is that I'll come over to our template and then I'm going to turn it off, and there we have our cover. Something else that you can do is that you can use hue and saturation tool to change this background. Just hit on our background layer, come over to image, adjustments, hue and saturations, and you can move around until you have the desired outlook. For your book, again, it depends on your taste, your design, and what you feel can work for your book. Like that, and you can say okay. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, and even you like this video so that many people can be reached by it, and even to help with the YouTube algorithm for this channel to rank higher. Thank you so much.